Hey, we're back, with rant 4, part 2. I was talking about the unfocusedness. I was thinking in between like the last part and the first part that I should just put these things up on SoundCloud. What do you guys think about that? I can't get the immediate feedback, but I should also go on Twitch to start playing games there, because that doing the thing, breaking it up, breaking it up, turning it into parts. I'm not with that. That's too much work. I don't got the equipment to be cutting it up like that, and I need my computer. So like I said, I don't have the equipment, to like keep chopping up stuff, waiting for it to thing. I ain't got the gigs. I ain't got the RAMs. I ain't got the gigs of RAMs, I should say. To be doing this. So I'm not the greatest for doing this. But we was talking about that. We started talking off with my personal future, and I think it kind of split up into a divergent path. That was the word that I used somewhere in there. But the thing is, I don't even know how to explain this. The thing is that I'm trying to find that one thing that I'm good at. Now, I tell you what, I was talking with my mom, and what she was talking about was, maybe you're one of those people that, you're just gonna be doing like stuff for like doing different stuff for like the rest of your life. Maybe, I would hate that though, because then I feel like I haven't found it, like I failed at finding a focus that, I failed at finding like my purpose and like or what I'm here to do. Like, you know what I mean? So like when I say here, I do mean like on this earth, like, I don't know, well, like, what's the best thing that I'm good at? I figure, I remember listening to Steve Harvey once and him saying, was it Steve Harvey? It was somebody. I'm pretty sure it was him. If it's not, then I apologize. Listening to Steve Harvey saying that where you find your passion, you find your purpose. Where you find your talent, you find your passion. Where you find your passion, you find your purpose. I think it was like some stair step, something like that. But I haven't found that particular talent. The thing is, like, I will say this. I can work hard at things that I enjoy, but it's hard to fake it. I'm sorry, I just ain't got the personality for it. I just, I'll try. By gummit, I'll try. By gummit, I'll try. But it's hard. It's hard, man. You talk to these people, you gotta be all professional. I mean, I don't mind being professional. I don't even know why I said that. That's not a point of contention for me, like, at all. Being professional is very important. But it's the thing that where I'm at like in my, like, I guess you can say journey to find out what you're like supposed to be good at. You like my, I guess, path to success, if you will. It's just like, I guess, constantly stunted by like freedom, like this forever like conundrum of like freedom and restriction. The fact that these two seemingly contradictory ideas, conceptions, like somehow can like converge in the fact that and I've seen a TED talk on this, and I was thinking about it, but he articulated, I was feeling it, but he articulated it so well that I watched like some years ago. It was like a year and a half ago, but he articulated it so well and it was something to the fact that, you know, you have so much freedom and so much choice that you end up feeling like restricted, because now you're left with, well, what should I do? You know, like, you know, there is a thing to where, you know, you can be whatever you want to be, but nowadays that's kind of more true than ever for, you know, reasons that I won't go into. But you know, yeah, the fact that you have so much freedom that you get no direction. And so now that you have all this freedom, you don't know what to do with it, and then you want to just go back into a safe place because that's what you know, right? But that don't necessarily make it your... Oh man, it's just, the thing is, like, there's like a thing in my nose. There's nothing in my nose. Is like extra air is escaping through my nose, and it's like aggravating. But it's like the you go back to the city, so you have all this freedom, you go back to the safe place because that's the only thing you know when you have all this freedom, but you have no direction. So now all you're left with is too much freedom and no direction, and now you're restricted because you ain't got no direction. So now you go back to what you know, but you're restricted by that because that's not your purpose. You know, you have no talents, but that's the thing you know how to do, so you're stuck doing that. So it becomes this forever conundrum, like this forever cycle of, like, you know, just dealing with, you know, junk, you know, just like, well, I want to be, like, everybody wants to be great as, like, that one person, you know. There's also this thing to where it's like, you know, I don't want to be out in front of people, like, you know, like out in front of people, like, I don't want to do that, yet I do, like, so the small part of me, which is something that I, you know, constantly, like, fight with, you know, is like, you know, I want the recognition, you know, to just, but, you know, I'll buy gummit, you know, if I can just, like, get past that, like, know how to navigate through that, maybe that's just something that I'll forever have to deal with, you know. Just like there'll be like some stages of that. I don't know. I don't know how to process that. That's this is like that forever conundrum of, like, you know, of you don't want to be out in front of people. You want to be recognized, but from a safe space. I guess that's the best way I can put it. You know, I feel like that's what, like, a lot of, like, you know, when you talk about, like, a lot of actors and rappers and all this other stuff, they don't know what they bargained for. You know, they wanted to rap, but they wanted to get money to pay their bills, but they wanted to be rich, but now they're famous. The famous came with the richness, so now they want to go out, but they can't because they're always wearing sunglasses and wigs and stuff like that, but they got noticed, so now they're running out of the mall, you know, almost being chased by an angry mob trying to get pictures and autographs and people to sign their fake legs and, like, you know, horrible robotic arms, you know, that from the war that they just came back from. I don't know. Maybe that's just too far into the analogy. Maybe I'm just too visual like that. But I'm just saying that those same people, they want to go out and have a good time without being pestered, but the pesterness is what came with the fame and the fortune. But now they want to be rich and stay away from the fame, you know, stay away from the fame while having their fortune, while also being recognized, but they want to be recognized from a safe space, but they don't want they want to recognize from the safe space, but they don't want people to mob them. So I guess if people, on the lower level could just tone it down a bit, and the people, like, you know, the photographers and, like, the people flashing the cameras, if they could just not do that every 30 seconds in their face, then maybe they wouldn't have to deal with so much scandal of, like, punching people in the face and, like, talking and throwing drinks in their faces and, like, ready to body slam people, because you know how aggravating that could be. Could you imagine if the people at TMZ had cameras in their face all day long? That's so-and-so from TMZ. Oh, hey, it's the TMZ guy, girl, woman, guy, whatever, out on the street while they sleeping, hiding in their backyards, their front yards, their side yards, in their cars, in their garages, at their works, at their jobs, on the bus on the way to work, on the bus on the way back from work, on the way to their homes, going to their grandma's house, to their friend's house. Maybe you got caught outside the bodega. I don't know, when, like, going to Amsterdam or New York somewhere, or going to like Florida or something like that. I don't know. Just all these places. I don't think people want to deal with that. I don't think that it's just the thing that they signed up for. And by the way, now that all these like celebrities are somehow role models, just role models, like they have to be good because that they're in a people supposed to look up to them. But the truth is that you can't avoid that. You can, like, it's like a weird phenomenon. There's no scientific rule that says that these people have to be good just because you good. At what point, right, does a person say? At what point does a person say that they're responsible for their own actions? Like, I know if I get arrested for doing something that Eminem said that he did in his things, I'm gonna go to jail, get shot, die, or something, or whatever. That's just like people knowing how to process information in it. Just knowing how to use conventional wisdom, I guess. I don't think people have to think that hard, right, of how to process information. If people wanted to do better, they just don't want to take the steps to do better. It's very hard taking some of those steps to do better. Wait, where did I go with this? I think I just lost it and then just ran into this whole unintelligible stream of consciousness to where I wasn't just making any sense whatsoever. It was just like a stream of incoherentness and how I just jumped from one subject to another. I just went off on a tangent. I'm sorry about that, by the way. But where was I? I was talking about role models. Oh yeah, they didn't sign up for this, but yet we look up to them. I mean, you should look up to them and saying how did they get to be where, in the level of professionalism, as far as, I guess, when you talk about skills and abilities of an athlete, a singer, a rapper, or what have you, but you don't look up to them and saying, oh, they, as a moral person, but you got to know that's just what you come with, I mean, I think that there should be this thing on both sides to say, listen, to the celebrities, athletes, and people of high places, to where people are just going to look down upon them, look upon them, and try to emulate them, that say to those people is say, listen, these people down here, these people ain't got the money you got, they ain't got the lives you got, they ain't got they got children, they want to try to be where you're at, but they want to try to do it in their own way, right? But they're going to look at you to do everything that you do and use it as a way to justify the way that they're living their lives, and you know what? They're going to do that. And I don't care if you think it's unfair, because what is, at the end of the day, what is you thinking that it's unfair is going to solve? It doesn't. Unless you actually do something about it, it doesn't really do anything. So you can either act better or just do whatever and just deal with the fallout that people might just be mad at you from Tacoma nowhere. Okay? I don't know. I'm sorry. Tacoma ain't nowhere. It's somewhere. I'm just not good at geography. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay? So, and then you got to talk to the other people and say, listen, this man is this man or woman and or girl or boy, depending on what age they are when they reach their level of stardom or notoriety, just should know that, they have their own life choices. They have access to more. I get it. they're them and you want to get where they're supposed to be. The problem is that you're not where they at, so you can't make the same choices as where they are at. You know, you just can't make those choices. That's the unfortunate thing. You can look up to them as in something in their profession. You can learn from them. That's great, but you shouldn't be able. I mean, if you're looking for a moral, like a type of thing, you probably that's probably not a good idea to do that. I'm not saying that you can't do that. I'm just saying that you shouldn't do that, and that's the conversation that you should have with, you know, those people that's in, like, you know, that's not, you know, up, that doesn't have a large level of notoriety. But you know, that's just me. That's just what I think. Okay, so, you know, but, you know, going into the like the notoriety, just, you know, but that all circles back to me saying, like, well, yeah, I want a level of notoriety, but I don't want to be a famous level. Like, I don't want to be like Beyonce or whatever famous notoriety. I just want to be respected by, like, the people who do the same junk as I do. Like, you know what I mean? That would be pretty cool. And if some people can, like, understand that, I would, you know, and if I could, like, do that and find that thing and go after that, and that would be my future, I would love that. But I ain't got that, you know. You know what you know, I'm not a fighter. I'm not an MMA fighter. I'm tall, but I don't play basketball. I'm stronger than I look, but I can't play football. I can run, just not fast enough to be in Olympics. I could probably swim if I tried. But, you know, I could probably be a lawyer if I wanted to do extra hard work, which I don't. I could probably be a doctor if I think of it. Notice how all of these things is probably or have some type of condition. But I'm going to say, listen, let's eliminate that condition. Let's eliminate that and try to find something that makes it, like, worth saying, I'm okay with that condition. I'm okay with that exception, or whatever the case may be. And I want to find that here as my future. That's the thing that I'm looking for. I want the thing that, you know, but so many people, they settle. They settle for that job that they got, right? They settle for that job that they got, that 9 to 5 that they got, and that's fine if that works for them. That will provide them perfect stability, you know? But, you know, I still say there's something more, isn't it? You know, what's that thing? You know, that, you know, you say, like, this is what I want to, like, what I want to do. This is how I want to have my artistry. This is how I want to, you know, to increase, to make myself, I guess, known to the world as a particular thing. And understanding the things that it will come at whatever status that I'm at, whether I'm at Jay-Z status, or, which is not going to happen, I'm not seeking that, but, you know, or I'm at, you know, PewDiePie level of success, or whether I'm at, oh man, ear bubble, or I'm at Ghost Robo level of success, or I'm at Young Yez level of success, or BHD's level of success, or the Rat Brad's level of success, or Casey Koenig, not Casey Anthony, no, not that lady, just some politician, I don't know, you know, people who, like, know them but don't really, like, you know, they're, you know, they look to them, but only in certain instances. But if, you know, if they're on the street, they're not gonna be like there's not gonna be a mob that's, like, going after you saying, I want to, you know, take autographs or something, unless they're doing some election. Like, he can go to the grocery store, like, he can go to the grocery store, you know, or, you know, he and/or/she, you know, can go to the grocery store, you know, and not or the mall or something like that and not deal with it. I'm okay with that level of success, and then to be respected for when the time comes. Like, you think, I mean, do you think, I mean, let me put this in perspective. Video games, right? All the actresses and all the actresses, voice wise, they're, people want the pictures with them. They come to the conventions, they talk, they do the voices and all this stuff, and it's lovely for them, and it's tiring to them at the same time, and that's the deal that they made, and they get that. It wasn't the price, but they love to do it. They love it that much. That being said, you take them and you take it in a video game setting, and how many people are gonna come up to the CEO of EA and like mob them for like a what you call it? Except he making them checks. He or she is making them checks, because I don't know who the CEO or the founder of EA is. People will probably come up to Jade Raymond or something like that just because, I'm not going there. Anyway, so, not that I have a problem with, I don't, I just, I was just about to say something. It just, whatever. Anyway, so, like, people's not gonna, like, mob her really in the, like, streets, like, wanting a picture or autograph and say, oh, hey, look, she's here. Oh, hey, take a picture. Oh, click selfie. Oh, hey, how y'all doing? It's not gonna be none of that. This is, like, when it comes to her. It's not gonna be her like if she goes to wherever like Jay-Z and Beyonce goes and stuff like that. If they was on two sides of the room, I don't know. Oh shoot. Oh no. That is okay. Yep. That's what that is. Okay. We're gonna take another intermission. I think there's gonna be a part 3 to this. I gotta handle something. Alright, see ya.